All right, so we're going into getting close to the last quarter of the year, all right? And we're rounding out the end of the third quarter. And I know I've been getting messages from some folks that are still struggling to increase their production, still struggling somewhat at the store trying to close some deals. So let's talk about the overall mentality that we got to make sure that we carrying as we going into it. Listen, I understand waking up, going into your store every day, being committed to starting over. It's like 50 First Dates, if you ever seen that movie with Adam Sandler when you get to the dealership. It's like every single day you come in, whatever sales you did the day before, don't matter. Whatever you did the month before, doesn't matter, because all is brand spanking new. And at the end of the day, what it's all about is, what are you going to do today? What are you going to do to make it happen today? What are you going to do to make it work today? Now, here's what it takes, flat out. Attitude is everything. Motivation, people talk about being motivated. But at the end of the day, motivation is like gas that goes into your car. You put gas in your car, you will be able to drive. But how far you'll be able to drive is anybody's guess, really. Unless you got it on your dash where they tell you get 417 miles to this full tank or whatever it is. But eventually, that gas will run out, and you're going to need to put more gas in the car to get to your destination or to continue using the vehicle appropriately. And your body, your mind, and your effort at the dealership is the exact same way. Being motivated will help you up to a point. But there are days where you're not going to feel motivated. There are days that mentally your attitude is not going to be right. You're going to need that checkup from the neck up. There are going to be days that you may be physically tired. But the question is, what are you going to do about it? Because you're not the only one. We all feel tired. Right now, I'm on Daytona Beach. Granted, I'm on Daytona Beach. But when I got up this morning, yes, I was a little bit tired. Yes, I was mentally drained, because I've been busting my ass, working my ass off, helping people all over the country. But what does that mean? Nothing. I'm not the only one. The difference between those that win and those that don't is that in spite of being tired, in spite of feeling like you don't want to do it, we find a way to make it happen anyway. Remember, it's the will of the man, not the... We find a way. Remember, it's the will of the man, not the skill of the man, that makes the difference. Or should I say, the will of the woman and the skill of the woman that carries us to the end of the road. So champions, they hurt. Champions, they're tired. Champions, they don't want to work out. But they know the difference between them and the next individual is that the next individual doesn't want to do it either. The next individual is tired too. But the difference is the champion says, in spite of all of that, I'm going to get up and I'm going to make it happen. So what is your Achilles heel? Is it that you having relationship issues? Is it that your Achilles heel is relationship issues? Is it that you don't like your store? Is it that you lack confidence? No matter what the issue is, please know that there's a remedy to fix it. If it's relationship issues, seek some help and realize that whatever those problems are, not having any money and not being employed will make them that much worse. If it's confidence issues, imagine how being broke and unemployed will make you feel. There's videos on YouTube. There are books made by great people. There are audio programs. There are conferences. There are workshops. There are mentors. There's so much shit out here that can help you. And that I can use for help also whenever I need to. That can help propel us to where we want to go. So while you at your store, when you wake up this morning, the first thing you need to do is fill your mental Rolodex up with something that's empowering and positive. Listen to some type of video, listening, watching, or reading some type of a blog post, a positive quote, an affirmation, reading your Bible, whatever it is that works for you. Then when you're getting dressed, you're putting your uniform on. You're putting your Superman cape on or your Superwoman cape on. And it's time to go get down and get busy. And when you get in there and everybody wants to stand around and start saying, oh, I ain't had my coffee yet, all this, all that, you make sure you go find people that are upbeat, positive, and ready to go, or you go find a spot by yourself and get yourself mentally ready. When I played basketball in college and in high school, one of the things before games, there was certain music that I would listen to get me keyed up, get me charged up, get me mentally ready to get in the game. And then, now, there are motivational videos that I listen to. There are other great speakers, other great trainers, other people that I'm mentored by, that I listen to, that get me keyed up. Sometimes I listen to some of the stuff that I put out before and get myself going. But whatever it is that works for you, utilize it. And then when you park that vehicle and you walk in that door, You remember something for the next 8, 10, or 12 hours, whatever it is. It's showtime and go time, baby. Now, that don't mean you can't laugh and you can't joke and you can't have a good time. As a matter of fact, if you're not having a good time at your store, that's a problem, okay? Because one thing about it is you got to find a way to have fun. I don't care what it is you're doing. You got to find a way to make it somewhat enjoyable, okay? But when you get in there, it's game on. Maybe your objective is, let me see how many people I can get in front of and see how many folks I can get to tell me their life story. Now, think about playing a game like that. So yes, you're challenging your skill set, testing your ability to question, but also, can it hurt or can it help you if you get as much information as you can? You know, or you make it a challenge for yourself. You know, how many people can I get to do demo drives today? How many people can I get right there to where we work in numbers? Whatever your objective is, but just set one. And then when you set that shit, you set it and you put it up and you don't just keep it quiet. Do you know studies say that if a person sets a target and keeps it to themselves, there's a 30% chance that they'll get it done. If they set an objective and they set it for themselves and they tell someone else, it goes up to 60% chance. Do you know that if somebody sets an objective, tells someone else, and writes it down and posts it, there's over a 70% chance that you'll get that goal accomplished? Because now you got something and someone holding you accountable. So when I ask people, how much money you want to make this month? How much money you want to make this year? Oh man, I don't want to set a goal. Sky's the limit. Bullshit. That's somebody that doesn't want to be held accountable, because you can't hit the bullseye where you don't know what the target is. Okay? And so the one thing I say about setting goals and targets is you want to stretch yourself a little further than where you've been before, but then make it realistic enough where you can believe it. It's like, when I ask somebody, how much you want to make? Oh man, I want to make $20,000 this month. Well, that sounds good, and everybody will say, woo, way to go, champion. But they've never made $5,000 in a month. So it sounds good, but they won't even believe it, okay? So you want to challenge yourself, push yourself. And one of the things that I encourage, I get on here, and people know that I have created one of the best and most effective, and not even stated that by me, by the thousands of people who download it, use it, general managers, automotive dealer groups, one of the most effective online automotive sales training programs that's on the internet right now. And I know people are nervous, they're scared, they see all types of folks online and they say, who do I listen to, who do I follow? So I made it easy. I created a free training video, all related to automotive sales. But even if you sell other big ticket items, if you remove the term automotive or cars or vehicles and input your product, you'll see it still works. The foundation of sales is the same. The only thing that changed, I call it the triple P's: the person, the product, and the price. Okay? But in this free online training, it's very short, it's brief, but it gives you some real meat and potatoes that you can use, okay? And you can take it and start using it at your store immediately. Listen, man, at the end of the day, some people don't realize how close they are to success, and their fear of just peeking behind the door, pulling the curtain back, and listening and learning from someone who didn't just sell vehicles at a dealership. I sold my way out. Now, I do business with men and women who own these dealer groups that I used to work for. Okay? And it's an amazing thing. There's no difference between you and I. I've just been exposed to some information you haven't been shown yet, and developed some skills that you may not have developed yet. But I'm going to help you in ways that people didn't help me. I put it all together and made it easy for you, so you don't have to go through the years of bumping your head. You don't have to go through the years and the hours of sitting down, reading all of these books, taking these things, applying them, implementing them, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, getting rid of the bullshit, keeping all of the gems and the jewels. And I put them all together and I'm giving them to you. Literally giving them to you. So click that link in the description or click the link in the comments. Go over and check it out. I assure you, it can help you. It can't hurt you. So help me help you. Click that link in the description, go over. And remember this one thing. You see these folks on here talking about how they doing so well and their life is great, but yet they got Cash App, Patreon, asking for donations, all types of shit like that. Never once in any video. Mine is not even monetized. You know why? Because I train and travel and work with automotive dealer groups nationwide. That's where I get paid. But when I'm able to help people by providing them with training materials and resources that literally cost me thousands upon thousands of dollars to learn, implement, and apply and put out there and create the system that flat out works. This morning, I just had the 495th student, Rasul Salman. He made $15,000 for his third straight month in a row. 495th person that I was able to help do that. And I can help you too. They're no different from you. They're no better than you. It's just that they've been exposed to some information you haven't been exposed to yet. So click that link in the description. Help me help you. Let's work together. Let's round up this year strong. All right? I'm Brian Maxwell. Remember something. I don't have to know you to know you. You're an uncommon breed. The fact that you're here and that you stayed on this video this long lets me know you're a champion and you are a winner. And I assure you, if you at least go check this out and you see what it is, you know, if you invest money in Netflix, if you invest money in going out to eat all the time, buying these super duper designer things and whatnot, and you say, oh, that's for me to enjoy right now. Well, what about a year from now? What about 5 years from now? People say, well, what if I don't live that long? But what if you do? And these things isn't like you just get it once and you use it once. No, this is with you for life. It's yours. You can open it up. Why not share the 100 success tips with your children or your spouse? Why not share it with a friend? Make this year your best year, all right? I'm Brian Maxwell, and I look forward to seeing you at the dealership.